KYC, time taken in getting him on board, that is the biggest irritant. That is what is making it not happen in the kind of scale which we are looking at. From State Bank point of view, yes, we are making more and more people professional. Just to give you a number, we have tried to create certified employees. In State Bank itself, we have done around 12,000 employees are certified today. Of course, they are in open architecture. It's not that they are selling only SBI mutual fund, they are selling other mutual funds also. If today we have, State Bank has 20,000 branches group put together. We are to start with, we are wanting that at least 3,000 branches should sell some number. And again, going by maths, if all of them, if we are able to do that through State Bank, as well as it's always there, when bankers start talking about some product in the market, it's not that the business is coming through bankers. There's a lot of rubber effect, a lot of new distributors are coming, and when they start to talking to people about any financial product, they go out and talk to a distributor, talk to another advisor, and we have seen whenever it happens in such a big way, things happen. So irritants are to be removed. That is something we as an industry have to do, and technology definitely is the only answer, along with the people which are there who are there to advise, because that is something which people need. Unless and until there is a physical connection, physical relationship, when technology is secondary, not the primary thing as of now. But yes, in the big towns, where the awareness is too much, there are a lot of tech-savvy people. There, only technology can work. But in B15, rather B50 or B100, if we really want to go, then it has to be a mixture of brick and mortar as well as this thing, which we are, as a fund house, we are working with very, very aggressively.
All right. So, but when we talk of technology solutions, I think we're really looking at something which looks like the next big, e-commerce boom in this country, because I think everything from the vegetables to clothes to books and, I read yesterday the Tirunelveli halwa, you guys must try that, is available online now. Yeah, high calorie, but great stuff. So everything is available online, I'm told. So, but I think the technology, the idea really is that there is a requirement for being able to have an infrastructure which can enable, scale, and for some way to combine, the personal contact or the personal advice to the product. Because I think all of us in the financial services business understand that we can't really have a distribution model like, the shampoo sachet. I think it would be great if mutual funds are available everywhere like that, because they're more important than having shiny, lustrous hair. But the problem really is that we are not able to achieve that kind of distribution because you have to add, advice to it. Now, Karan, what do you think we can do in terms of, you had some ideas about how this infrastructure, providing of infrastructure as well as enabling scale, how can we bring these together?
So, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for using the right word. I think technology is a word which is used. It could be a forum for mutual fund. It could be a forum for pharma. It could be any forum, and the word technology will be used, quite liberally. I think Uma used the right word, and the word is infrastructure. I'll give you a very simple example. For all the distribution partners and advisors from Bombay who are sitting out here, just look at the ceiling. It's the simplest example I can think of, before and after. Here is this physical piece of concrete that's connected Worli to Bandra, and everyone uses it. It's great infrastructure, cuts time, and it's obviously led to productivity. I am asking a simple question on the same lines. What about the infrastructure that is required for the community, which is our community? Part of that solution is technology. And the reason why we say that is because the investors' world is actually not about products, performance, and markets. That's the last thing that investors really require. Their single objective in life is actually their goals, which is something that you can only talk when you have the infrastructure. And I think Monica alluded to that fact while she was talking, is that the conversations need to change. And I can tell you, all of you all out here, that this is not a 10-year story any longer. This will happen very rapidly. The conversations will change. In fact, they're changing. And she gave the example of 10 rupees versus a 25 rupee NAV. No one talks about that now. So think of it, 3 years from now, here is a situation where your families are only talking about goals and dreams, and that the infrastructure that you require to capture that conversation is the game changer. Part of that solution is technology. And Uma, to answer your question, yes, there are various ways to address this. One of the ways is for AMCs to come together and create the infrastructure for IFAs to use such that your only job is interfacing with clients. The rest has to be outsourced. So I think the job of an AMC is no longer just to manufacture products, it's also to create the infrastructure that you all can use.
See, what happens here is, I think, when a producer tries to create, let's say, a technology infrastructure, let's assume that we are debating that if the AMCs put together an infrastructure that provides the information for choice of product, for instance, and then we have the advisor or the distributor using this product to take it to the market, what could happen is that there could be, I have seen a sense of threat, where a distributor or an advisor feels that probably the technology might replace, because I have seen that several initiatives, we know of so many of them that have been beginning the industry for actually increasing the technology involvement. There has always been an environment of suspicion. Coming from a place where trust is, matters so much, and carrying a brand name which is like virtually household name in the South. What do you think, Mr. Subramaniam, we can do to marry, the modern with the traditional?
Thanks, Uma. I think Uma said at the beginning that we shouldn't look at the past. I want everybody to look only in the future. But I'm going to go against that, Uma, okay? Because without looking at why we are not scaled up, we're not going to find a solution to scaling up. And if you see the single biggest reason we haven't scaled up, right? And I go back to Monica's talk earlier. Investing is an emotional topic. People invest from emotion, not from cold calculating logic. And there are only two basic underlying emotions behind a decision. One is fear, which means you go to safety-oriented products. The other is greed, whereby you try to what we call wealth creation, but people call hitting a lottery and making a big. So the industry, if you see, has always focused only on the greed element. And if you so, in terms of growing the scale, forget about adding new geographies and new customers or new anything. If you ask each one of the distributors in this room what share of wallet of their existing customer they have, I guarantee you will not get a better than 10% answer. Because 90% of customers' money goes into safety-oriented products. So fixed deposit of companies are perceived to be safe by the customer. So he puts them as safety products. So I think expanding the share of wallet, and for that the answer I think clearly lies in positioning the industry as a safety-oriented industry also. And this doesn't mean FMPs, this doesn't mean, it means two simple products, liquid and liquid plus ultra short-term products, which have consistently given at least 200 basis points over savings bank. We haven't done a good job of marketing those to customers for safety. The second aspect of it, if any investor has stayed invested for 10 years in no mutual fund on equities, has he lost money? Right? So you have to go and talk to your customer. The insurance industry is able to talk 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to their customer, but we are stuck into 1 year, 18 months, 3 years, 5 years. You launch a 5-year product, immediately there's resistance. So I think the key element is that the safety element, to tell an investor that even in equities, you stay for 10 years, you can actually have safety and there's a very good chance of wealth creation happening. So I think the fundamental aspect of our industry, right, is that we need to move towards safety marketing as opposed to only fear and greed marketing. I think that's a...
I think we'll do a little more on products once we've done this round on scaling itself. Himanshu, as someone who has, seen a range of products as well as a range of markets, what do you think is holding back the industry